What's going on? Lando Success here. So I'm riding to the gym, and this came to me. What will be the excuse? So, for those that don't know, Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes are heading to Oregon to play the number 10 team in the country. Oregon is fast. They are averaging like 50 or 60 points a game. Colorado will be missing their best player on offense outside of the quarterback and their best player on defense, all within one player, Travis Hunter. They are the upset. Well, Oregon is the favorites to beat them by 20-something points. We're going to say 23 points. So they are predicting a blowout in Oregon. So, game one, everybody said, I even said, I didn't have Colorado beating TCU. I'm like, okay, TCU, even though they don't have a lot of players returning, they did just go to the championship. It's only 2 teams that make it, and that was one of them. So you're missing your quarterback and all of that stuff, and Prime, like, we don't get enough big players up front. So I didn't have them to win that. Nobody in the country did. If you did, you're lying. They went there and beat them. And the excuse was, look who TCU have. They don't have nobody. They trash. Like, yeah, I predicted that. Whatever. Okay. Next, they go against Nebraska. Nebraska got them corn-fed. Them big white guys on that line. Big Ten we known for our big players, right? Cornhuskers. And shout out to Nebraska. I've been out there a bunch of times. So they go and they whoop on them. They whoop on Nebraska by what? 21 points. They beat them by a lot. Third game, Colorado State. They was predicted to blow out Colorado State. They came completely ready, took out Travis Hunter. Barely won. It went to double overtime, most viewed game, like all around, right? And it was funny during the game. Everybody, Coach Prime, he finally get humbled when it was down. Still end up winning. Them going with Oregon, against Oregon. Let's say, for conversational purposes, let's say they go down and beat Oregon, right? In Oregon. What's going to be the excuse? What's going to be the excuse? Because I want to hear it now before the game. Because once the game is played, and let's say their quarterback played terrible, whatever it is, man, they supposed to beat them, man. Oregon quarterback turned the ball over 4 times. Like, I want to hear it right now. What's your prediction? Because, yes, Oregon should beat them. And they should beat them by a lot. They should. But one thing, I have been an Oregon fan because of their jerseys for a long time, is Michigan is my 1A and Oregon is my 1B, randomly. So I love me some Oregon. But one thing, being an Oregon fan, I know they always choke one game a year. Like, completely choke. And they almost did it. What was it? Their second game. They're playing an unranked team and they beat them like the last minute. So Oregon is known for choking one game a year. And if there's a game to choke, you got to think, this game will be a lot harder for Oregon than you think. And I'm about to break it down why. Number one, you have college kids playing. College kids, they have different emotions. They can't handle as much pressure. Most of them can't. So, with this social media ram going on, they get to watch Coach Prime. They get to watch their practices. They get to watch the motivation. They get to watch The Rock. They get to see all of this, and knowing now with sports betting, they know they should and supposed to beat them by 21 points. Should blow them out. That make it that much harder of knowing that, seeing all of that stuff, and that Prime effect. Now they know last game, Colorado versus Colorado State, two relevant teams. wouldn't reach 100,000 views if it wasn't for Prime. About 10 million views, most in college football history. And now they're thinking there's a possibility. Well, it's not a possibility. There's going to be every every scout in the country, every person in the country, everybody in the world is going to be watching me play. I can't mess up. Can't fumble. What happens is when you do that, you're going to mess up, you're going to fumble. And let's just say if they start out down, turn the ball over, up, pick six, it could get ugly. So I'm going to have a lot of sports bets for this one. I'm going to have some for Colorado to win, some for Oregon to win. But with the upset, I believe they can do it because they are averaging 4 turnovers a game. 4 turnovers a game. Let's just say they get 3 turnovers. The problem is they're averaging probably giving up 30 points a game. Let Oregon have a bad game and get them turnovers because we know what Shador is going to do. My only problem is the play calling was terrible last game. They just only called 5 2-yard dunks to the running back. Like, they didn't let Shador play quarterback and actually throw the ball down the field into the end of the game where they needed him to. Like, stop. Don't do that again this game. Y'all going to lose if y'all do that. So, interesting. What's going to be the excuse if Coach Prime and his Buffaloes go down there and win? Let me know.